Ladies and gentlemen, alphas, welcome back. It is the 28th of July. It is Friday. You made it. Weekend's almost here. Heat wave across the United States. Hope everyone is staying hydrated and cool. Bitcoin pumping today. I mean, almost a percent up. Pretty strong. The entire markets, NASDAQ, S&P, Dow, everything up. Now, we weren't able to make a higher high yet, right? That's when you start to change the character of the market. The recent character of the market. That's when you can start thinking, hey, maybe we're going to go up further. We haven't quite done that yet. This could be considered a double top. We shall see how it plays out. We saw this happen before it happened. And how did we see that? Well, you saw this CVD on the perps just start climbing on the smaller time frame charts, 5 minute, 1 minute chart. It just started climbing up. So the perps brought us up. We actually saw the liquidity come in before it happened, right? We can zoom all the way back here. Let's do this instead since I posted it in Discord, but you can see where the big orders came in and then we went up and tagged it. And then since running up and tagging it, we have started coming down. Well, spot orders did nothing, but now after the drawdown in the perps, spots are starting to step up a little bit. Like I said yesterday, we are still technically bearish. We're underneath all the moving averages. The 21 MA, this gray or white, whatever color it is here, the one that I'm hovering over, is your resistance right now. We wicked into it here. So far this is acting as resistance, pretty stiff resistance in this downturn. Technically, we are still bear flagging out on the daily time frame. I mean, look at this. So in order to negate this, we need to make a higher high. So how do you make a higher high? Well, we need to come up to about 29,700 to make a higher high, and really to get truly bullish again, we need to come up here and reclaim all this liquidity at about $30,000. But we'll get into that. We'll take a look at Bitcoin. We are going to dissect some altcoins today. We got some Optimism news, some Shibarium news, some SHIBA news today. We had a bill pass Congress, passed a committee in Congress. This is a Bitcoin bill. We're going to talk about that. SEC is now going after accounting firms. I mean, this is just wild. They're trying every avenue. French privacy watchdog issues a Worldcoin data collection warning. We're gonna go over that. We got some economic numbers today. We'll quickly touch on that. And then aliens are here. My best guess is Satoshi Nakamoto is an alien. He is here in a Tic Tac UFO flying around trying to find where he left his USB thumb drive with all his Bitcoin on it, because it hasn't moved since inception, right? Obviously I'm joking, but have you guys seen this stuff? What do you think about it? If you haven't seen it, you've been living under a rock. Essentially, they're now saying there's aliens. Not a whole lot of new information. We've seen the Tic Tac video. We've seen all that. At this point, I'm like, dude, show me an alien. Like, show me proof. Like, what are you hiding? What are you trying to cover up here? I'm not an idiot. It's just impeccable timing as like wars, the economy's melting down. I mean, even though PCE and inflation appears to be coming under control, let's face it, people are struggling out there, right? 40% increase in groceries at the grocery store. Bidenomics is not working. It's just, I don't know. What is your take on this whole alien stuff? Let me know down below. But we got a lot to cover today in a short amount of time. I'm gonna cover some alts, some charts, some news. Let's just jump right into it, guys. So before we do that, you know the drill. Smash that thumbs up button. It helps the algorithm. We're a new channel. We're trying to grow. Comment something down below. Let me know what you think about aliens. It helps out. Last but not least, we are in Discord. Discord.gg/Alpha Aere. The information that I'm posting in Discord and here in my videos, in my TA series, should be a multiple $100 a month course, right? I should be charging a membership for this. I am not. Also, the first 100 active users that join Discord are going to be grandfathered in and get a free lifetime subscription to the Discord. You don't pay anything ever. It's an incentive to join now. Come grow with us. Come hang out. Lots of good stuff. Come on in. And keep it small, tight knit. It's gonna be like a clan. That's what I'm calling it, a trading clan. It's not a signals group. Those are dumb. Those are bullshit. This is more like a group of friends hanging out, learning off of each other, spitballing. We all love crypto. Might as well do it together. Appreciate you guys. Let's just jump right into it. Optimism hits all-time high for daily transactions. That's actually surpassed Arbitrum, layer 2 on Ethereum. So this is coming off the heels of the Worldcoin launched on Optimism mainnet. You know, it was a highly anticipated coin. This particular article is calling it. Most of the first world countries are calling it a shit coin at this point. VC, they won't give out the tokenomics or the distribution model, I should say, It's a joke. It's a joke. We've covered this. I beat this to death. This actually kind of segues us into French privacy watchdog questions Worldcoin's data collection method. I don't know why we need a privacy watchdog out of France telling us what we can see with our own eyes, but they are questioning the data collection and storing of data. You got to get your iris scanned. I mean, we've already seen, I think it's up to like 250,000 signups in Kenya now. Mostly younger people going there. I think in Kenya they're paying them like $6 or $7, but elsewhere $50. Could be wrong, but it's around there. And those accounts are ending up on the black market. People are saying this is easily hackable. There's a lot going on. I don't have covered it, but I'm not going to get into it. But essentially, the legality of this collection seems questionable, as do the conditions for storing biometric data. Look at that 4-hour candle on SHIBA, pumping off of news that the beta bridge is out for testing. Here's what it can do. So Shibarium Layer 2 mainnet is slated for mid-August launch during the ETH Toronto conference. SHIB marketing specialist warns SHIB Army to verify the link before linking the wallet. You should make this a common practice. But this cross-chain bridge allows easy swap between ETH and SHIB. Emerges as a top choice now for whales, despite a majority of SHIB investors facing losses currently. Let's get that turned around, right? So they're trying to shed the meme coin tag as their layer 2 blockchain is expected to start operations next month. So this is very, very bullish for SHIB and the SHIB ecosystem in general. We're going to dissect the SHIB price later on in our TA section here, so stick around for that. Now, I talked about a bill yesterday. This is a different bill today. There is a lot of crypto bills making its way through Congress, clearing committees. We cleared a committee this morning for HR 4841, which is so here we go. It prohibits federal agencies from restricting the use of convertible virtual currency by a person to purchase goods or services for the person's own use and for other purposes. So it makes federal agencies keep their hands off of your self-custodied coins. Very, very bullish. So let's continue to, pass this through the sessions and get it cleared. Let's get this passed, man. Like I said yesterday, the Democrats aren't making it easy. They're not making it easy. And while the Republicans control the House, which this is currently passing through right now, House Resolution 84841, the Senate, it might have a tough battle, man. They just, the Democrats aren't having it. And then we all know who's in the White House, right? I mean, he's probably not even awake right now, and it's 11:20. He's probably already to bed. The actual act name is the Keep Your Coins Act. But Warren Davidson here last night, the Financial Committee passed my bill to protect self-custody. Those attacking self-custody oppose individual freedom. They want to control your assets. Defend freedom, keep your coins. This is an important crypto bill. Let's get it through. The SEC is fighting any way it can. Bald-headed Gary Gensler here. That looks like a fish or something a little bit, right? Doesn't he look like a blobfish in this picture, right? You guys know what a blobfish is? I think it's a fake fish, isn't it? There we go. There's Gary Gensler, right? I guess that's a real fish. Anyways, let's get back on track here. So they're going after auditors and accounting firms who represent crypto clients now, taking every avenue to stifle crypto in the United States. The Democrats are, the SEC are, the Biden administration are, Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren is. The SEC's chief accountant warns accounting firms about potential liabilities in auditing crypto firms. Commissioner Peirce questions the move, advocating for more transparency in the crypto sector. The warning has stirred controversy about crypto auditors. So Commissioner Peirce's response, so crypto platforms and their accountants should be clear about what proof of reserves is and isn't, and customers should understand the limitation. But why would we want to discourage good faith efforts to provide more transparency? So she's right. So a lot of these proof of reserves that you see coming out mean nothing because you don't see their liabilities, right? It means absolutely nothing. FTX could have gave us a proof of reserves that would have shown they were amazing a day before their collapse. So she's right and wrong. So we shouldn't stifle transparency, but also you should know what it is and isn't at the same time. The crypto industry has been under increased scrutiny from regulators worldwide, mostly in the US due to fraud, but also Australia, Canada, the Netherlands, money laundering and investment protection concerns. is what they're all alleging. The transparency of crypto and blockchain benefits both regulators and companies. Thanks to its permanent decentralized record, it could simplify the auditing process. The dissent among the SEC highlights the ongoing regulatory uncertainty for the crypto industry in the United States. So the SEC seems to not even know, some of them, what the heck they want to do. They're torn on it. This is why we need clear regulations that need to be passed through the House, the Senate, on the president's desk, whether it's this president or the next president, for crypto to grow and, you know, be fostered in the United States, period. It's going to happen. It needs to happen soon. Otherwise, we're going to lose this battle to countries like Dubai, to Hong Kong, for example. So you remember Caroline Ellison's diary got leaked. The New York Times, they wrote an article on it. She basically admitted she had no idea what she was doing at Alameda. She talked about relationships with SBF. I did a video on this. You can scroll back a few videos to last week. You'll find it. But so SBF's legal team turns over documents related to the New York Times story, requesting they be sealed. So not a good look. So lawyers claim there was a need to avoid the public dissemination of documents SBF has shown, which led to the story on Caroline Ellison. The defendant already gave them to one media outlet. It is akin to the evisceration of the Freedom of Information Act that's coming from the prosecutors not wanting them sealed. So currently under a gag order. Yeah, I mean, that's the latest on SBF today. Is Jerome Powell gaslighting Americans about the odds of recession? So economic data seems to indicate any economic slowdown is inevitable. So why is he trying to gaslight Americans? Over the last 12 months, a lot of analysts and commentators, bank heads have relentlessly predicted that the United States is heading for a recession. However, the economy has been remarkably resilient and defied the forecasts. And then we have, you know, Powell discounting a recession from its current modeling. There is, however, much more to the story. You know, the more interest rates rise, the more pressure it's going to put on banks, as we saw with Silvergate, Signature Bank, First Republic Bank, Pacific Western recently. Not only that, right? So you have a crisis on commercial real estate that is not come home yet. Is not, the chickens haven't come home to roost yet. Most of those are held by regional banks, smaller banks. That's going to create a big issue. Top of that, you know, today PCE came in under expectations. GDP was ahead of expectations. It seems like even the economists don't know what's going on. Shrinking buffers going on right now, post-COVID. Yields don't lie. Growing debt. What do you guys think? I mean, credit card debt's at an all-time high. It seems like the consumer is strong, but it seems like they're just throwing it on the credit cards. Are we going to see a rise in defaults? Well, what's your prediction? What do you see? Screw what all the economists and banks see. What I see when I go out shopping to a grocery store is prices are high. It is tough right now. It is not easy to be a middle class, let alone to be, you know, to be poor. It's tough. It is tough right now. What do you think down below? Let me know. All right, guys, let's just look at Bitcoin. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on Bitcoin today because the TA hasn't changed much from what I've posted in Discord the last 2 days to now. It's exactly the same. The key levels are the same they were yesterday, they were the day before, really since we dropped down this flag, right? Since we broke to the downside, the TA has been the same. What I would like to see this weekend is for us to range out, is for us to be able to take shorts here, take longs here, take shorts here, take longs here. That would be my perfect scenario this weekend, is just some sideways chop. I would love it. Give us a 0.5%, 0.75% channel to trade in this weekend, accumulate, let the bulls, the bears, let everyone reset, go into Monday and just crush it, right? That's what I would like to see. We're still bearish. We're still underneath all the moving averages. Yeah, we had a little bit of a pump up today, but it was still lower highs, right? So we had that high, 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 lower high. So it's continuously lower highs. We're making a descending triangle right now. I mean, if this broke out to the downside, we'd be looking at a $28,000 Bitcoin. It's the same as yesterday. There's no difference right now. Like I talked about at the beginning of the video, we saw that the perps, the whales, took us up, blasted us off. We saw it before it was happening. It was in Discord. Spots weren't doing anything. And then once the perps started to sell off, spots came in, but now everything's starting to sell off a little bit. So this is what I'm talking about. If we can get a range, if we can get a good solid range to the weekend, I'm going to be happy. Again, we're not really fully bullish till we get up here and reclaim this liquidity around $30,000. We get up there, then we can kind of breathe a little bit. Till then, I'm gonna tell you too like this. It's like this lady, right? You guys remember her? 31K is not real right now. 28K is real. 28K unless we start making higher highs is where we're headed, period. And look, I mean, this is new. I mean, it started about 10:30. So we're getting some ask liquidity above us at 29,500. The 30,000 liquidity has gone away. It moved down. I mean, that could move back up. This could be spoofing of orders to get us to try to chase that 29,500 again, or it could be real, but this just happened. Now, I would expect us, if we grab that 29.5, we're going to get a bounce to the downside again. But if we grab that, that might be a good short entry. If we grab that 29,500 again, I would look for a short there. Now, you got to look at other factors too, right? You can't just look at this, but that more than likely, more often than not, that's going to work out in your favor. Now, you got to make sure that those are real. They're not spoofed orders. Watch it as we go up. Because if we don't go into it and they disappear, those are spoofed orders or fake orders. But, I mean, the 30K, it disappeared. You can see it's back here. We didn't clear it out. It just moved down. So 29,500 might be the ceiling going into the weekend. And if it is, and then 28.5 is the floor, or really 29,000, because that's what it seems to be, that's a good range for the weekend. I'll take a $500 range. I'll trade that shit all day long. Got to remember, the last range we were in it for a long time, and it was a very, very tradable range, right? But we started slipping it and we lost it. So now we got to get our legs back. And look, that's all I'm going to say on Bitcoin. I posted a lot more of my thoughts in Discord, both in the Aere TA and the Bitcoin TA. I mean, I got so much stuff. Bear div showing on open interest right now. I mean, I dissected it. So hop on in Discord. Like I said, give me a try. Discord.gg/Alpha Aere. And let's just look at SHIB and some other things here. Look, SHIB went up and it made that double top. You know, does it come down a little bit? We'll have to see. I think it's very, very bullish for what SHIB did, but this is a solid double top. And I bet you if we dial into the daily, it's shown even greater. It's actually a triple top. Look, we're coming up against strong resistance. So to the T. So if you want, here's what I would do. I would be careful taking long positions until we flip this quadruple 8445 level right here. As you can see, it's marked on my chart to support, because we haven't been able to cross it really since Monday the 5th, right? Not that long ago, but it is now acting as resistance. So you can see where it was previous support here. I mean, we tried to break it. We couldn't. Then we finally broke it. Bottom fell out. Smashed into it, tested it, smashed into it, tested it twice there, tested it again today, couldn't do it. So probably coming down to the POC, I would guess, right? Maybe coming down somewhere between about the quadruple 7.8 or the quadruple 8.0 before retesting it again. So you want to stack some bags, stack it down in this area. I wouldn't bet the farm on it till we flip this quadruple 8445 to support, because on top of that, there's a bunch of liquidity sitting here, right? And I'm not going to read these numbers off. Pause it and look at it for yourself. The numbers are stupid. Quadruple, you know. And then you got some more liquidity sitting all the way up here as well. Boom. More liquidity sitting right here. So those are the next levels that we want to hit to try to kind of claw our way back. Like I said earlier, most investors, the majority of investors in SHIB right now are underwater. Bunch of bag holders, I get it. But unfortunately, you don't want to hold bags into the ground, but we're starting to claw our way back. I'm bullish. I mean, you got a descending, ascending triangle, which typically breaks to the upside most of the time. So if we break out of this from the top of the channel, you'd be looking at like right there. Boom. There you go. I mean, there's your breakout. This blue line right there. So if we get that bullish push to the top side and the momentum continues, which you want to continue to see, right? Let's go to Cipher B here. You want to continue to see, it's in the daily time frame. It might be hard to see here, but this green line, you want to see it continue to make higher highs. There's a high. We're already at a higher high. You want to see this continue to go up. View up, you want this to be up. You don't want this to start coming down. So this is people buying. When it's underneath, people are realizing profit, or when it's coming down, right? So right now we're not having a bull div, but if we come up, we have a good day. There's your bullish divergence there. Stokes and RSI's coming up, and they have plenty of room to go up. So let's take a look at the standard RSI and SHIB right now. There we go. I mean, we're in bullish posture, right? We're above the simple moving average. We just need to continue it up. You start seeing a tick down, it's not going to be looking good. 4 hour here, it's looking good. Got a little bit oversold, a little bit of correction, but if we can kind of stay up here, it's going to be bullish. As long as we're above the simple moving average, the price should continue to hold or go up. Possible little tiny retracements in here if you see it kind of dip down a little bit, but as long as we're above the simple moving average, that is bullish posture. ETH rising a little harder than Bitcoin today, or it hasn't caught up to the recent little bit of downturn. But here's what I'm seeing on ETH. The liquidity is super thick below us. Very, very, very thick below us. So I would see these 1800 to 1830 levels being tested in the short term before retesting 1900. 1900 is the biggest level of liquidity above us. You got some at 2000, which is pretty thick as well. You can see where that's acted as resistance in the past, but 1900 we need to get to first. So I'm anticipating, like I said, which we actually kind of hit, but a little bit of a pump up before a little bit of a retrace coming back down here. If we can get a tradable channel on ETH2 going into the weekend, I'm gonna love it. But let's take a look at the money flow and some of these indicators here. You can see it's starting to kind of come out on the daily. So it's starting to look a little bullish. We didn't make a lower low though, but that could change today. We got plenty of time left today. I just don't foresee any big moves today going into the weekend. Like I said, if we get those small swings up and down and we can get some trends to form. Remember, 2 touches start a trend. The more you have, the stronger it is. We can start trading some of these coins. And just for the record, I chart altcoins. I try to do multiples every single day. I mean, Litecoin, talked about halving, Doge, XRP. I mean, tons of them in Discord as well. Plus, if you hop in, you want something TA'd, first of all, you can drop in the comments down below. I'll TA it in tomorrow's video for you. If you need it sooner than that, hop in Discord, go to the Alt TA channel, say, hey, Eric, can you take a look at this coin for me? I'll be more than happy to. Let me know down below if you want something TA'd. I'll do it tomorrow. But Sol. Let's take a look at Solana right now. So you can see here a couple things that jump out at me. So by the way, all these lines on chart, the red is your support, the blue is your resistance levels. This is taken straight from the order books. So you can see here why $23-ish needs to hold. That right now is a strong floor. So it was here, you know, below that, the next level to hold is really that $22. You can see where it's acted as support and resistance in the past, but that's where liquidity sits. If we don't hold $23, and really we need to get through $24 first, we're coming down to grab these liquidities. However, on the bullish side of things, we recently, in the last 1, 2, 3 days, have been trying to cross 25.7. So again, we need to flip this to support to continue up to the next level of liquidity. We have tested it 3 days in a row right now without testing a pocket liquidity below us. So I'd expect this trend to continue until it doesn't. So if we look at the 4-hour chart right now, yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, it's just trying to clear. What I would not want to see happen is just to kind of turn to that rounded top, and then we come back down and retest this. But as long as we get a bounce up again, I feel like this is going to crumble at some point for Solana. Let's take a look at the money flow. Let's see what the investors are doing. It's starting to come up. It's continuously coming up, right? I mean, it's still in the red, but we are trying. So when this breaks, when this turns to green at the 0 line here, you're going to see us smash through that resistance and claim that next level liquidity. We got a green dot that we're working off of. Stokes and RSIs heading up. VWAP's heading up. People are buying right now. People are getting excited about Solana. So bullish. Just take a look at the RSIs, the actual RSIs. It's kind of bouncing. Again, testing resistance. It's probably going to bounce some more until we're able to break through it. But it's just going to kind of ride the simple moving average for the time being till we win one of those retests, either the bottom or the top. But right now it's looking like we're going for the top. Last coin I'm probably going to look at today. Again, if you want some T8, hop in Discord or just drop it down below. I'll do it in tomorrow's video for you. And I'm going to start doing some lives. I'm going to try to figure out what time works best for the most viewers. It's going to some trials and tribulations to try to figure out that time. Maybe around noon, 1 o'clock. Then I'll try it in the evening, see what's best. Try to catch some of you guys to show you my proper methodology, take coin requests for you, and just talk to you guys. It's a little bit easier to do that than an edited video. You're trying to get into like a 30-minute window, right? But KAS, you can see, played out like I said it would, where you had that double top, retraced a little bit. I mean, you can see that solid M pattern there. However, it's starting to come back around, so I would expect to test this value area high up here again. You know, we're not quite to that all-time high yet, but it's trying to, man. Like I told someone yesterday, someone asked me in Discord if they should try to build a cross-margin, you know, long-term long position on KAS or on anything. And I said, dude, if I was going to do that on something, it would be Kaspa. This coin is just going to explode. It's not even the bull market yet. The true bull market. It's not alt season yet, and it's just exploding. If you guys remember, I made a video on this 10 months ago when this was new, when it was worth nothing, and it has exploded 2,000% since. So Kaspa needs to break this value area high at about 4 cents. We need to solidly close above that, close that as support, and continue on. Now, if we make a tradable range and we hang up here, I'll trade the perps on this all weekend, no problem. If it becomes predictable, right? Money flow on Kaspa. Let's take a look here. But my point is, if you want to make a new all-time high, you got to flip these higher ranges, that kind of 0.0405-ish to support to build off of that, right? You can see here, the all-time high is at about 0.0430. We want to tap that and turn that to support, then we're going up. Now it's anyone's guess what happens with the entire crypto market. But, and I mean, even economists, when I say that, I'm joshing you, I'm joking you a little bit, but even economists seem to be getting these economic data numbers wrong right now. Some people are saying recession, some people aren't saying recession. It's like, what is going on? It's like the alien shit. Like, just shut up and let's just take it one candle at a time, because that's what we have to do right now. But that's what I want to see. Let's just quickly take a look at the money flow on KAS. It's been coming down a little bit on the 4-hour chart, daily chart. However, I mean, it's been going up, but it's starting to kind of die off a little bit. People are taking some profits up at this range, which is expected when you match the all-time high. So take your profits. Everyone should take profits always. Pay yourself out. But let's not get too paper hands. Let's hold it and build off of this level. That's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow, unless it's just a dead, quiet, boring day. Then I'll probably just hang out in Discord and talk to you guys there. Otherwise, thanks. Have a good weekend. Stay cool out there. Stay hydrated. I appreciate everyone for watching. Smash that thumbs up button. Let me know down below if you want something explained or shown in the next video. I'll talk about it. Discord.gg/Alpha Aere. Hop on in. Later.